Okay, so this is Oleg. I'm still setting up here. I'm trying to test all the equipment and make sure that. All right, I'm gonna see if I'm streaming. Okay, it says I'm live. Okay, got it. Chat. Okay, it says I'm live. Okay, got it. My room's a little bit of a mess. It's because I'm never home. It says I'm live. Okay, got it. There's definitely a delay. My room's a little bit of a mess. It's because I'm never home. It says I'm live. Okay, got it. There's definitely a delay. My room's a little bit of a mess. It's because I'm never home. Okay, so it's working. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Oleg's Parasocial Stream. I plan to publish this afterwards. I see there's one person here right now. If you're watching, feel free to drop a hi in the chat. Let's see what the chat is. So I haven't done this in a long time, and I'm gonna give it a few minutes here. I guess that was myself that was watching it. So, since this is going to be a recording anyway, I'm going to proceed as if I have an audience, even when I don't have an audience. So, I'm just going to keep rolling and see what happens, see how all this works. I think it's a good idea, but we'll see. Um, right. All right. Let's see here. See if I can. What's going on this here? Okay. So I have my chats enabled right here. All right. And I'm gonna pop back in, and yes, I see my message from myself. Okay, good. So, just to let you guys know, if I keep rubbing my nose and whatnot, I have the flu, so I've been sick. Hopefully, it's not COVID. I got tested; it didn't say it was COVID, so yeah, hopefully it's not COVID. But I'm better now. But I took one of those home kits. I would have gone to the clinic, but now you have to pay for that. But yeah, just maintain the mask whenever and I still work outside mostly. I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, the according to that, it was not COVID. Anyway, I'm still watching myself right now, so it says I have the one audience. So I'm just gonna get out of there. Okay, so yeah, I'm still gonna take a few more minutes. If it's just gonna be me, I might just like play Crazy Taxi for a little bit, see how well that works. But since this is only a 480p, this is just like as you can see in the corner, it says powered by StreamYard. This is just the basic version. I want to know that this all is going to be something you guys want to watch. If it is, then I'll just get the full version. But for the time being, and then before I start doing the math, I'm still just going to see here. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so right now, just enabling notifications. Good. Okay. So far, I have had no messages come in through. Let's see here. There we go. Just checking my account. So so far, no notifications or anything come through to my Venmo. The way it's gonna work is that I'm gonna run a program that I have laid out. Essentially, it's gonna be whatever occurs to me at the moment. Probably just gonna stick to doing some math since I go to university for math, although I'm taking the semester off. And besides that, by the way, since this is not piping through, I know it's coming through in the chat you guys can hear me because I tested it, but I don't know why I don't hear it here. Let me see here. Can I hear myself now? No. Okay, so I guess a headphone's kind of pointless right now. All right, let's take this off. So I disconnected the headphone. All right, let's see if this is still running. I'm gonna pop back into my stream. All right, let's see if this is still running. I'm gonna pop back into my stream. Wow, that sounds pretty clear. Okay, good. All right, I'm happy with that. And yeah, I'm just watching myself right now. So, for the most part, like I said, this is gonna be recording, and I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. Anyone that wants to leave a comment, like if it's just like a chat comment, I'll react to it. But if they want to take like if they want something specific seen or discussed or something very specific done, what they could do is they could send me a $5 donation to Venmo because this is a text to stream type of thing. So basically, you write a message, send a $5 donation, and then I read what you wrote there, unless there's like expletives or something like that, which, I'd have to bleep that out. But, because this is meant to be like a positive stream. There's plenty of streamers that just go balls to the wall, and that's not really what I'm about. Instead, I'm more like, see, I like the live streaming and I like to talk. I like to hear myself talk too. So I'm not gonna get bored of this probably, even if it's just like me. And then maybe like but anyway, what I'm gonna do, this is what kind of got the gears going in my head. I'm like, okay, so right, time is money, right? Um, and I've gotten pretty good about making money. And this is not meant to be like a money stream. I'm not talking about how to make money. I'm simply saying where I'm at in life is that I'm doing pretty well for myself. I'm pretty well established. The reason I took the semester off was because, well, actually, let's roll back a little bit. Kind of tell you the trajectory I was on, and then the trajectory I'm on currently, because those are two. Well, okay, there's a bunch of different trajectories that I'm always sampling and taking the most effective one, I guess, the one where I can gain the most out of it. So, for instance, I currently have myself back on Ice Partner Search to see if there's anyone interested in skating with me. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily going to commit to that unless it's like something to where it works, or it's meaningful to where, it's not like I have to fly halfway across the country. I thought about doing that. It's not very effective. And then the other things that I'm been doing is that so over the summer I took a couple of classes. I go to Westchester University and I'm pursuing a double bachelor of pure math and computer science. So what I did was I was doing my classes, and then I also got an invite to go to JP Morgan's recruitment thing, which was really cool. If you go to my LinkedIn, you can actually see a photo of me at the thing. I posted it there. You have to scroll down quite a bit, but yeah. Um, so what I did was I did that, and I really enjoyed it. But at the same time, it's like I would have had to stop everything else that was working out for me and just strictly focus on the school and strictly focus on getting into this thing. This would have been a paid internship, and it would have been next summer, which means since I mostly landscape and do handyman work, that would have had to stop. And like I really appreciated the opportunity, but then I weighed the possibilities and outcomes and my ability right now. Like I've really hit a niche to where I'm able to get a lot of clients. I'm able to get a lot of work done, and I'm very happy with the type of work that I do. So I'm focusing on that for mostly right now. And then I just told them that I really appreciate the opportunity, but it's not something I could pursue at the moment. And I even took the semester off because of how much work I had coming. And it's like when you run your own business, if you ever done that. My uncle and I, we had a photography company before the economy changed so much, and that kind of wiped that out. But anyway, what happened was, it's like when you run your own business, it's a completely different thing to where it's your own baby, so to speak. It's very important to you. That was just a message that came through on Instagram, but I mean, it was just like a like. So but what I'm trying to say is that as long as this my business, my handyman landscaping business keeps working out great, then I'm gonna keep doing that. And it's going really, really good right now. However, things naturally taper down a little bit in the winter. So then I plan to take more classes. And in that regard, I'm finally gonna talk about some math stuff. Um, okay, now why am I doing this? Well, I thought about it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this stuff anyway. This is a class that I've taken. I still have to go back and retake the class because this is one of the classes that I dropped in order to pursue my work. So, like, I understand the material here well enough, but I just didn't have time to finish it. So, I'm gonna be restudying this thing. So, this is a benefit to me, but at the same time, this is a benefit to anyone that's interested in this stuff. Now, eventually, I want to explore topics as why math, what other benefits that you get, and this right here, this is, I guess that you could call it the essence of math. This is the Book of Proof, third edition. I want to talk a couple of things about it. This is in the Creative Commons, so if you Google this, this is by Richard Hammock. You can download this for free. The Book of Proof, third edition. And yes, it is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial, Non-Derivative 4.0 International License. So basically, what happens is that this thing is meant as an educational resource, and this is one of my school books. So I'm going to be simply sitting here and quietly studying and writing on the screen and demonstrating for anyone that cares to watch. If no one cares to watch, I'm still here studying. If someone cares to watch and then I benefit them, well, that's excellent. So that way, even more product. So I won't necessarily go through everything here in terms of like my idea for handling this thing is that I'm probably going to jump into explaining a couple of things, but probably just start by solving some problems. And so I want to get into some interesting stuff first. So I'll later on explain when I have a bigger audience what proofs are. And this is like the bread and butter of math. The essence of math is the proofs. So why it's important, and then but again, I need like enough people interested to where I'll go into it in depth. For now, I'll probably just start doing stuff on the screen and writing it. All right, let's see if I can add this screen. I want to add. All right. I'm still new to this, so you're gonna have to bear with me how to swap layouts. So, all right, how do if I do group layout? No. Okay, let's try this one. Picture in picture layout. Add stage. Solo, and then try to see. Let's see here. How do I do switch to display? Settings. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, there. Maybe I can take a bit of the edge off that by blurring it. Okay, now, okay, general recording. How do I go? Add item. Okay, yeah. It looks like I'm creating a display thing here right now. Okay, and then I'm gonna save this. Custom layout 1. Save new layout and Switch to this, and we're gonna edit layout, add item, camera slot, media slot. Should work. I'm trying to figure out why. Hang on a minute. Okay, hang on. Crop layout, spotter layout. Custom layout. All right. Okay. Add item. A grid, camera slot, maximum media slot. Items from the preset menu, such as slides, screen shares. Okay. From the preset menu. All right. Let's go to preset. All right. Share screen. All right. With 2 monitors. Share screen. Select window or screen. All right. Untitled paint. Yes. Allow. Okay. Here we go. I think I got this. I gotta pop back in and see this is working. Back in and see. Oh yes. Okay. All right. So we are in business. Yes, we are. Now, it's my dog barking downstairs. And page. Okay. Okay. And I just want to see here how. So add stage, yes. And then I want to switch to myself. Okay. Oh, I guess I have to go into the preset. Oh, stop screen sharing. Okay. And then if I move this, okay, I want to see if I can, what happens if I lower this. Just hop into presets, share screen. Okay. Share screen. Select the screen. All right. Microsoft Word, Paint. Okay. Hello. Okay, so now we got this screen going on. And okay, I'm gonna go to stick this thing back in here. Okay, I'm going back to the way it was before. All right. Now, okay, and stop preset. So this thing has to be there. Now, if I want to switch to me, add stage. Okay, and a minute. Maybe I should just go screen one. Allow. Oh, that's my desktop. Okay. Present. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. Screen 2. Allow. Okay. There we go. Now it makes sense. Okay. And then, so this is my share. Okay, fine. And if I wanted, okay, so let's switch to this. All right. Top screen. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on. I'm gonna just keep talking in the background. Make sure this works. I'm gonna just keep talking in the background. Make sure this works. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. I'm gonna just keep talking in the background. Make sure this works. Not terrible. That's not terrible. I'm gonna just keep talking in the background. Make sure this works. Not terrible. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. I'm gonna just keep talking in the background. Make sure this. Okay. Hmm. Right. So let's get to work. I'm gonna start writing some stuff. Write each of the following sets by listing their elements between braces. So I'm going to do the questions. This is from section 1.1 on page 7. And we are going to stick with the answer. We're going to stick with the odds because a couple of reasons. The odds, we have the answer in the back of the book, so you can easily verify if I'm screwing something up or not. And then the second reason is that this way, if I give away the answer on the evens, I mean, the evens are what you get assigned. I don't want to I don't want to ruin the book for someone that has never done this before, or as an education tool, meaning that if you give away all the answers, it kind of defeats the purpose of the education tool. So that's basically what I'm saying. All right. Well, I'm gonna write on the screen here. Go to full screen layout. I'll move my stuff around a little bit. All right. And so I have this drawing pad. I'm gonna move it forward a little bit. Let's do this. And all right, first I'm gonna read this out loud, and actually I'm gonna make this a little bit clearer. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna the curly what pencil kind of tools this paint. Oh, hang on, let me again. Still new to this. Brushes. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's a curly brace there. It's a closing curly brace. Let's read what this says. Okay, so question 1. Inside the curly braces, it says the question says this is a set builder notation, and without getting too much into it, essentially, set theory is the basics of mathematics, or one of the basics, if you will. The mathematics is rests on axioms, and the axioms they're like the foundation of it. They're like the rules, so to speak. Um, and then off the axioms, you build things that from then you can build higher and higher things, and it's like a ladder. You can be very high up on a ladder, and you could be concerned that as long as your foundation is solid, and the next rung off the foundation is solid, and the rung after that, you can build up as high as you want, and you're still going to be stable. At least as an example, just like in real world, yeah, there'd be different things that would affect you. The wind would knock you down if you're high enough. Materials would, they wouldn't be able to handle certain stressors. But the point is that essentially, if you could have this, perfect world, so to speak, you can build this ladder that keeps going up and up by building on top of it. And the fact that math works in real world is the most mystifying thing to me. Because to build a self-consistent system, it's reasonable. You could do that. But when you take a system that is applicable to the real world, that's absolutely incredible. Because I mean, like you could have like a religion, for instance, could be considered a self-consistent system, but but it's like this whole thing with math is that there are so many things that seem just like totally out of like left field and make absolutely no sense like when they were first developed, and then nowadays they're taken for granted. It's just mind-blowing, like and like in computer programming and whatnot. But let's read this. I'm getting off topic here. Set builder notation here, we're saying 5x minus 1 such that x contains z is going to be the integers. So let's talk about this for a minute. This is the natural numbers, and z is integers. So natural numbers. Okay, so is 0 a natural number? For our purposes, we're going to say no. And what you could say is, I mean, some people will say yes, some people will say no. The way it works is each set gets bigger and bigger. And by the way, I'm probably going to make a whole bunch of mistakes. So basically, if I screw something up, you feel free to correct me in the messages. Don't think of me as a teacher. Think of me as a classmate that maybe is like a year ahead of you. So I'm gonna make a ton of mistakes. So for instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, dot dot dot. So these right here, this is the natural number set. And this goes on to infinity. Dot 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 means and so on. Now the integers. So we have dot dot dot. Say -3, -2, comma, -1. Let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, dot. Once you establish a pattern, you can put dot, dot, dot. It doesn't have to be sequential. It just has to be that the pattern to whoever's reading it just looks at it and says, okay, that makes sense. And I am going to check. Make sure. Hang on a minute. You gotta jump ahead. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, geez. Hang on. I'm not displaying anything. Okay, that makes sense. Hang on. Oh, geez. I'm not displaying anything. Okay, that makes sense. Hang on. Oh, geez. Okay. All right. There we go. So this works now. So we have, again, the screen is not the highest quality. I get it. So I'm just going to kind of review what I said here. So the equation, I'm going to have to write really big because it's only 480p. But basically, what we have going on here is we're saying this is set builder notation where it says the first line says, and I guess you can probably see what I'm doing here. The first line says, we're talking about this part right here. We have in curly braces enclosed, we have 5x minus 1. The colon is read as such that. There's another way to write such that, and that's this line right there. You can do that also. Either one reads as such that. You'll find something in math that we repeat a lot of symbols. And this E is contains. So that contains in Z here, and then with this double line here, that means the integer set. As you can see below, we can see what the integer set is. So let us answer this question. What we have this situation. What they want to know is when we take 5x minus 1, but we put the integer set. And so the numbers can't be fractions. It can be positives and negatives and so forth. So, well, here's how we solve it. We take the x, and the x we can see here contains integers, right? So I'm going to take an integer and I'm going to pop it in there. So for instance, 0. If 0 will start right in the middle of the integer set here. So we're going to take the 0. So 0, so we're saying now 5 times 0 minus 1, which is equal to 4. Okay, so we're going to say that 4 is part of our set. What about minus 1? So we can do that too. 5, pop the minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So now we have minus 6. All right, let's take the negative 2. So 5 and then minus 2 minus 1. All right, so now we have negative 11. So you can see we're building a pattern here. Okay, so now we can see that the jump is going to be it's we're adding or 5. So we'll take the third one. So 5 times negative 3 minus 1 is going to be negative 16. Okay. So now, and then if you reverse that, if we just continue upwards instead of downwards, so then we can say that, or, positive instead of negative numbers, we're going to climb up the positives now and we're going to make it so that it's going to be 5 times 1. It's going to be here plus 1. And then, no, that was wrong. Let me roll that back. I wrote that incorrectly. There we go. Okay, hang on. There we go. So we still keep the minus 1. It's just the stuff inside the brackets here that matters. So we have 5 times 1 is 5 minus 1 is okay. I made a mistake. Also, I'm going to fix that in a minute. I just caught it. This is where we have 4. I got way ahead of myself. So over here, we actually have minus 1. Let's correct that. Something else you'll see oftentimes in math class, there's plenty of mistakes made. The important thing is to understand the process. It's okay. So now we pop in. So we have 5x. Now we're going to multiply that by 2. So we're going to say 5 times 2. And then minus 1. So that's going to be 9. Okay. And then 5 times 3 minus 1. So that's going to be 14. Okay, so now we can kind of see a pattern developing, right? If we keep going down, what do you think the next number is, right? It's going to be negative 21. And if we keep going up, it's going to be 19. So there's a gap, and you can see that. So this pattern will hold indefinitely. So now that we understand the pattern, we could write the answer. Okay, so we're going to say that the set will look like this. As far as we can tell, I mean, this thing will go on infinitely because numbers can climb in the integer set. Both ends are open-ended, so it can go down for infinity, or it can go negative. It can get as negative infinity as you want, or as positive infinity as you want. So we're gonna write dot dot dot, and then we're gonna start at the negative 3 just to establish a pattern. We're gonna say negative 16, negative 11. Negative 6, negative 1 for 0, and then we have 4, 9, 14. Let's see here. I kind of screwed this up, running out of space here. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to have to move this. Can I move that? Let's see if I can move this whole thing. Yes, I can. Oh my God, I did something right. Okay, 14, comma, dot, dot, dot. There we go. And there we have it. That's our answer right there. This is the answer. Okay. So we answered one question. And of course, let's go jump to the back of the book in case, I mean, again, the one thing that you'll find with me is that I can be confidently wrong. So I can go off on a tangent and talk about something and then totally get something wrong or something important that's missing. So again, I'm not an expert. I'm just a student at this. So yeah, if you look at the book, let's see here. So it goes, yeah, it's the same answer. The way they wrote it in the book, they wrote it a little differently, but again, it's still the same answer. They wrote dot dot dot, and then we have negative 11, negative 6, negative 1. Yeah, numbers are correct. And then so basically they didn't write the 16, but that's not necessary because it's contained in the dot dot dot. And then they go 4, 9, 14. Yeah, I got that. And then they just continued upwards, 19, 24, 29, dot dot dot. So the answer what I wrote is correct. both of our answers contain the same things because the ellipses, the three dots, mean that the pattern continues. And once this pattern is clearly established, then we're okay. All right. So that answers one question of section 1-1, a very easy one. All right. Let me see where we're doing right now. So I'm probably gonna, let's see here, let me jump ahead, see if anyone's watching. Let's see, probably just me right now. All right, I'm gonna play it. So I'm probably gonna, okay. So yeah, the screen, there's a couple of things to work out here. The resolution isn't great. Let me see if I can, let's see here, change it up again. But the resolution, it has to do with, here we go. Camera resolution 720. Okay, already live in 720. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. Anyway, if this is something you guys find interesting, let me know. If you don't find it interesting, it's fine. I'm gonna post this right now. So again, this is gonna probably have a slow rollout. Eventually, maybe people will find it interesting. Maybe I will just quietly work and leave the stream open for people to drop in and talk. So it kind of depends. I personally enjoyed myself, and I'm just gonna see if I can record this thing and post it. All right, let's see if I can wrap this up. All right, everyone. Let me see if I missed anything here. Just doing some housekeeping here. Yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna end the stream for tonight. Have a good night. Let me see if I can make sure that I can get myself back on here. All right. Let's see. I got myself on the solo layout. Let's see here. Jump ahead. Let's see. I got myself on the solo layout. Oh yes. Okay. Good. So I'm running this thing. Let's see here. Jump ahead. Let's see. I got myself on the solo layout. Oh yes. Okay. Good. So I'm running this thing. Let's see here. Jump ahead. Let's see. I got myself on the solo layout. Oh yes. Okay. Good. So I'm running this thing. Okay. Switching. All right. Okay. All right. Well, have a good night, everyone. All right. Well, have a good night, everyone.